No. What are you doing? What are you do?
What
What
am
are
I
you?
doing? There you go. Blame it on me, man. What are you doing? What are you doing, folks? It is Friday night, so this must be Friday night with PJ and friends. It is the last day of the first month of 2025, January 31st. It is 5:06 p.m. where I'm at. What time is it in your neck of the woods, as America's weatherman says, or used to say, Mr. Al Roker? Where did that name come from? 68 degrees where I'm at. Little chilly in the house, so I had to pull out my Scully. I hope nobody minds. If you do mind, too damn bad. Welcome to the show. We get together on most Friday nights with my YouTube community to celebrate music, friendship, and camaraderie. I am so glad that you've tuned in. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate your wonderful support. Thank you. I want to let you know I do have a second channel on YouTube. It is called Norspective. It's going to be running across the bottom of the screen here in a second. Norspective, you type that in your search bar on YouTube, you will find my folk music channel. It is my folk music journey where I'm learning about all of the great Americana folk music type artists. I first encountered Joni Mitchell during my folk music journey, and I am in love with Joni Mitchell. Joan Baez. If you're singing folk music, I am into it. Woody Guthrie, all of the above. Check out Norspective and please become a part of my folk music journey. I don't do this alone. I never do. Well, almost never. I always have my guys with me. Mr. H is in the building, affectionately known to you all as H. That's my man right there. What's going on, brother?
Not too bad. Coming. Any echo? Any echo? Echo?
No echo, man. No echoing. Everything is fine and dandy. I hear you and see you very well. 10-4, good buddy.
Good to be here. It's got not, believe it or not, folks. 2 weeks in a row. We had last Saturday and tonight. Woo!
Wow. Listen, man. First, to address the elephant in the room, and no, I'm not talking about myself. Um, Hold on, it's the wife. Bueno.
I want taquitos.
I got some groceries.
Oh,
Can
did you?
Open the gate, please.
Oh, you want me to leave my live show and come open the gate because you have some groceries?
The boss has spoken.
Is that what I should do? Should I do that right now?
No, then when you finish.
Oh, when I'm finished. Okay, so 3 hours later.
Oh my God. It's okay. I don't have anything that goes bad with.
Yeah, so I'll talk to you later, my love, and I'm gonna get back to H and the gang, okay?
Okay, my love. Go ahead.
Peace.
Peace.
I just can't get a break, man. You know, it's like Rodney Dangerfield, H. I don't get any respect. I get no respect.
Oh.
No respect.
Take my wife, please.
Please. Please. Look, man, we cannot come on here and not address, even though, you know, we come on here to get away from regular stuff. I mean, this tragedy, man, that happened. We all fly. I just got off of an airplane. You're about to get on one. And it's just, you know, my heart goes out to everyone involved and all of those lost souls and their families. It's just gut wrenching, man. It's just so sad. Such a sad time for so many people. And yeah, man, I just wanted to express that. I feel terrible about it, and just hope and pray that those hurting people can find some sense of something at some point. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All I hope is that next Saturday, when my wife and I fly out, there's no Black Hawk helicopters around. I do not understand how that happened. I mean, it is tragic, but I don't understand how it happened. How does a helicopter get in the way of an aircraft? An airplane.
Well, that's why they're called accidents, right? I mean, stuff happens. Anytime there's a midair collision or a plane falls out of the sky, hopefully they get to the bottom of it. There was probably some human error involved. The last news reports that I've seen says that the helicopter should have been flying at a ceiling of 200 feet and it was up in the 350-foot range. And it's just, I hear where you're going, and it's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's certainly, it seems so unavoidable, right?
Well, it's just that, I've seen hear about plane crashing into plane and stuff. This is just a first for me. Any helicopter, having a collision.
Helicopter versus plane, yeah.
Yeah, I've just never heard of it. I'm just dumbfounded.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Yeah.
Mr. H, family good? Everybody well?
Yeah. No complaints. Wife's out shopping in San Diego at a t-shirt shop. Probably going to stop off at the casino and lose all the spending money for when we go to the Philippines. But, that's what sugar daddy's for.
You know what I'm saying? That's right. This team is not a duo. It is, in fact, a trio at times. I want to welcome in the jewel of this program. Nicole is in the building. How are you, Nicole?
Hold on. There we go.
I'm going to say you still had me muted.
Sorry.
Hey, man, listen, don't be muting Nicole.
Start it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a trio, not a duo. Here is Nicole, the jewel of this channel. And Nicole, explain to the people, because they cannot see your name plainly, why are you the jewel, the shining jewel of this channel?
Because my last name is Jewel.
Ta-da! We are going to get that rim shot one day, Mr. H.
Got to be more than that. So
her shining personality. Kevin Pittman has made an appearance. We are sure glad to have you, man. Tim Dabala is coming in from Western Colorado, as he often does. Every once in a while, he comes in from Spokane, Washington, but usually Western Colorado. John Davidson is in my favorite country in Asia, Japan. Good to have you on board, sir. Nicole, what is happening in your world? Anything new and exciting? Have you talked to any celebrities lately?
No, haven't talked to any celebrities lately, but next Friday I'm going to see my uncle play live, He plays country music, so that's where I'll be next Friday.
Oh, very cool. They're a cover band?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You should go live from there.
Right? Invite them onto the show. Your uncle plays in a band. You haven't invited them on?
He don't have... Well, let's put it this way. He's not too tech savvy, so...
All right, well, you need to go over there and help him out. Help him, click
I
that.
tried to get him to... I tried to get him to make a Facebook, and he said no. I said, come on. I said...
He probably still has a MySpace account, huh?
No, we don't have that either. I mean, when my aunt told me he got a cell phone, I said, "His hell frozen over?"
Okay, one of those. All right.
Oh yeah.
Dinosaur, we call them.
So
Still got it.
I was like, seriously, Uncle Frank got a cell phone? You gotta be joking. No.
That is crazy. Here at the, you were going to say, Mr. H?
I was going to say he thinks it's a cell phone. It's actually a pager.
Here we like to acknowledge what came before. Our channel has a lot to do with classic country music. We push the boundaries sometimes, but our thing here mostly is a lot of classic stuff. And so we love the history of country music. Nicole Jewell holds the key that opens the door to country music past on this show. And we would like to know, Nicole, on this day in country music, some of the stuff that happened. And if we don't have your intro queued up, I can jingle along and that'll be your intro. Is that okay? Yeah, go ahead.
On this day in 1973, Merle Haggard was at #1 on the Billboard Country Album chart with "It's Not Love, But It's Not Bad." The title track was the lead-off single, which also reached #1 and gave Haggard his 13th #1 on the country chart.
Is there a bigger country music star than the Hag? Is there a bigger country music star than the Hag? Arguably, no. I mean, he's a lot of people, right? Well, George Strait, but I'm saying, is there anybody bigger than Merle Haggard? Come on. Classic Merle.
If you're asking me, you're asking the wrong
person.
I'm asking you. Because I'm going to say Toby Keith. You know that.
You are. Your answer to any question is Toby Keith.
No, not any question, because you asked me who's the worst singer in the world. I won't say Toby Keith.
You got me. Let's get to the next.
On this day in 1977, winners at this year's American Music Awards included Loretta Lynn, Glenn Campbell, Conway Twitty, Charlie Pride, Willie Nelson, Olivia Newton-John. The Eagles' Johnny Cash became the first country artist to win the Award of the Merit.
Olivia Newton-John? All right. Somebody tell me something that I need to know. Olivia Newton-John and country music. I wasn't that aware. Well, maybe I did see her do some country stuff. Was it more than one album? Somebody please at some point in the chat help me out with Olivia Newton-John and the country music connection. Nicole, do you have anything to add as far as I remember Let's Get Physical. Physical.
I remember her stuff from Greece. That's all I mean, pretty much remember. Right? I don't remember much country stuff from her. No.
Well, I'm sure the chat will educate us, Nicole.
I'm looking at them. I don't see anybody chiming in on that.
They will. Give them time. They will. There's like a 7-second delay or something. They will.
She did do Take Me Home Country Road.
Did she? I think that's a version that I can do without hearing, but perhaps I'll give it a try.
On this day in 1989, Alabama released their 12th studio album, Southern Star. The album produced 4 singles: Song of the South, High Cotton, the title track, and If I Had You, all of which reached #1 on the Hot Country Singles chart between 1989 and 1990.
Now, I've reacted to several Alabama songs, but I am not familiar with either one of those songs that flashed up there. But I can't wait to get to them. Love me some Alabama. They
I
are
know all of them. They're great songs.
right. They are probably, not probably, I think Alabama is my favorite country band to date. Love those guys, even though they may not altogether love each other. Been a lot of issues
You
with
gotta
the
remember
guys.
they were related, you know.
Right. I think what three of them were related, except for the drummer, maybe.
I believe
Yeah,
they
they've
were
had
they
some
were cousins.
just I
So
guess just like most bands will have issues, right?
mhm.
Love me some Alabama.
On this day in 2013, Randy Travis pled guilty to his August 7th incident when he was found laying in the road unclothed and smelling of alcohol. He received 2 years probation, a $2,000 fine, and 180 days suspension or suspended jail sentence.
Well, God bless the judge. I mean, I mean, all I can say is, why wasn't I invited to that party? You know what I'm saying? That must have been a hell of a party. Dude was found laying naked. I'm imagining on a country road, just butt ass naked, smelling of alcohol.
Mhm.
I wish I would have been invited to that party. That's all I have to say on that one.
On this day in 2019, Harold Bradley, the American and country and pop guitarist, died of the age of 93. As a session musician into the 1970s, he performed on hundreds of albums by country stars such as Patsy Cline, Willie Nelson, Roy Orbison, Elvis Presley, and Slim Whitman. Bradley was induced into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2006. A Country Music Hall of Fame member, he believed to be the most recorded instrumentalist in history.
He was definitely induced and inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. I'm sure I've heard his stuff, but
He played for a lot of people.
yeah, respect. He must have been, well, apparently he was top of the tops when it came to his craft. Good for him. Harold Bradley, he was brother of producer Owen Bradley, one of the architects of the Nashville Sound. Thank you, Mr. Cole, for chiming in. Yeah, Mr. H, playing Shuffling Screens. Thank you, Nicole Jewell, for taking us back in time to some of the stuff that happened on this day. What is the date today? Yeah.
January 31st, last day of the month for us. First day of the month for Mr. John.
Absolutely. He's a day ahead. Thank you
And
so
out
much.
riding his bike.
That's right. Out riding his bike. He can't always. We're with you, man. You be safe. Safety first. Well, I told you, Nicole, it would only be a matter of time before somebody chimed in on the old hag. According to Mr. Farron Cole, who is an authority, I think, when you look at all aspects, singing, chart performance, and writing for self and others, the hag is the greatest. The greatest. Not Toby Keith, God rest his soul. Not Kenny Rogers, not Kenny friggin' Rogers, as I like to call him. Love Kenny Rogers, but the Hag. We have some really good music that we're going to be reacting to tonight. Mr. H, you want to tell the folks a little bit about what we're going to get into this evening and how they can see us react to it?
Sure. Well, if you look at the comment, I just posted the StreamYard link is there. I know it wasn't in the description, folks. Sorry about that. But you can go ahead and click on that to be able to watch PJ's reactions over on StreamYard when we go live there. We are live there, but when we switch off of YouTube. But as far as the music that we have in the lineup, we had some requests from last week. Our very own Nicole wanted Ricky Van Shelton, I'll Leave This World Loving You. We had Kevin Pittman asking for Gillan and Glover, She Took My Breath Away. And then Tim DeBala, it's a cheating situation with Mo Bandy and Janie Fricky. And let's see here. We also had John D for Original 16 with Coulter Wall. And we have a bunch of other stuff in the lineup that you've selected that Nicole has also selected and stuff like that. And if we got time, we'll get to them all.
Yeah, we'll try our damnedest. Should we jump into the chat? Is there anything interesting going on? Should we acknowledge the folks? What do you say? What say you? We need a unanimous decision.
Well, just first of all, kudos out to John Davison, who was in the beginning of the show before we actually went live, was like very impatiently kidding, say waiting. So
what's wrong with that guy, man? Somebody needs to talk to him.
We got Kevin Pittman in the house. We also have, let's see, we have Tim DeBala, Farron Cole, and we have others that have not responded yet. So just remember, be sure to tell us where you're coming from, who you are, and where you're coming from. It's so we know, so we can do a shout out. We've got 11 people so far watching. 4 of them on already switched over to StreamYard. So if we can get the rest over to StreamYard, we will love you to death for that one. So, and then let's see here. What else do we have? That's it. Come on, people. Oh, and then again, go over to StreamYard. It's in the chat. Click on that in the comments, and you'll switch over to us on StreamYard. And yes, John has switched, was one of the 4 that has switched over. Thank you very much, John, and welcome from Japan,
all the way from beautiful island nation of Japan. Mr. H, you're going to be in those neck of the woods pretty soon.
Yep, I'm going to be out in the South China Sea and actually going to the Philippines. Going to stay in Manila for about 6.5 weeks, visiting family and losing weight because it is a little bit, warmer there. So I'll be sweating a little bit.
Yeah, and the food's no good. So you're definitely going to lose weight.
Well, you know what? We'll see. I stopped taking my Ozempic, so that way my stomach, so it stopped hindering my appetite, so I want to be able to enjoy the food. And then
you tossed out the auto injector.
Yeah.
That's really, really practical, man. The old stomping grounds. I remember the Mount Pinatubo days.
Oh, yeah. That did a lot of damage.
So. Oh, yeah. That was back in the early 90s, if I remember correctly. Maybe, no.
Yep.
Right? 90.
Yep.
Yeah, early 90s, right? Yeah.
90, I think, or 94. Let's see here. When?
Mount Pinatubo eruption.
According According to Wikipedia, the 1991
91.
eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines' Luzon volcanic arc was the second largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century, behind only the 1912 eruption of Novarupta in Alaska.
Yeah, yeah. Don't remember the Alaska one, but I remember that one.
Yeah, June 15th, 1991.
Yeah, yeah. 1991. Folks, we cannot do live reactions on YouTube. You guys know that for copyright reasons. So we have to do them on StreamYard, which is a completely separate platform. We then chop up the show and then put out the reactions separately. We found that that is the most practical way to approach reproducing the show so that everyone can check it out, right? Who wants to hear about all of our small talk and stuff? So please take advantage of the link. If you want to jump on live with us, we have no problem with that. As long as you pay your fee, we'll let you jump on. This ain't no free party, you know.
Well, the nice thing is that as soon as they get on, we only got 2 more left on YouTube. So switch over to the link that's in the chat.
Yep.
But once you're on StreamYard, I can then, send an invite through StreamYard, which should notify you, so you can click on it and then just join live, with us and stuff like that. So last week was fun because we had who was it? I think we had Kevin logged in with us. We also had Savage that had logged in, and then halfway through or later in the show, Nicole came back to us and stuff. It was a good show, I'd say, last Saturday.
Absolutely. Nicole, anything interesting going on that you want to talk about? Sound off? You upset about anything? You happy about anything?
Just excited about, going to see my uncle next week. I haven't seen him for a while.
Very cool. When was the last time you seen them on stage?
Last time I seen them all together was my dad's funeral.
Okay.
I keep in touch on the phone, but I haven't seen them.
Gotcha. Mr. H, you go ahead with the stuff. I'm trying to get my earphones connected. I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, testing 1, 2, test.
Give me 1 second here. Output. Okay. It would probably help, Mr. H, if I made sure my Bluetooth was on.
That does.
Come on.
Help. I believe that does. Yeah. Yep. Testing.
Not yet. Come on. What's the problem?
All right. Burp.
Oh, I can hear you fine. It's just rejecting my connection for some reason. So give me 1 second. What? You know why? I know why. H. You know how the conflict happens sometimes. There we go.
By the way, you got a question from Tim DeBala asking if you've ever reacted to "Girl Made in Japan" by Buck Owens.
Ever reacted to? Give me 1 second here. Ever reacted to what?
"Girl Made in Japan" by Buck Owen.
Wow, that's funny. No, I have not. Perhaps we should.
And although this is a family show, so we'll just leave it there right there.
What?
I was going to say something about "Girl in Japan," but it's a family show. So.
Well, I mean, let me get a little sauced up first before we start telling sea stories, okay?
We don't want to lose it.
R-rated or otherwise. I think, give me a mic check. Let me see if these things are working.
All right. Mic check, check. Mic check.
Nicole, can I get one from you, please?
Mic check. Mic check.
Again.
Testing. 1, 2,
Mic.
3.
1, 2, 3. Mic check.
Yeah, I want this to be okay. One more time.
Mic check.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Sorry about that, folks. So hopefully everybody has switched over to StreamYard. H, how we're looking?
Well, we got people joining in. We got 4 over on StreamYard. We got 5 over in YouTube. People, if you're on YouTube, you've got to switch over. Here is the link again in the chat. Switch on over. Just click on that link and then sign out of YouTube and join us on StreamYard, because we will be switching over fairly soon. So
As a matter of fact,
don't know, Nicole.
I'm ready to switch over now.
All righty. So, all right. One last time, folks. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat one more time. This is the StreamYard link. We want you to switch over because we're going to go to commercial real quick. And then when we're back, we'll be off of YouTube. So if you want to listen, you want to make sure that you're with us. Because if you're not with us,
you're against us.
Well, I was just going to say, if you're not with us, you're not.
You're
with
against
us.
I love it. If you're not with us, you're not with us.
You're not with us. That's just plain and simple.
All right.
You got
commercial time. So be with us.
All right. Let's do some Buckeye chocolate. Well, howdy, folks. In honor of our favorite Buckeye, I have ordered Buckeyes. Let's see. More specifically, Anthony Thomas Buckeyes, milk chocolate and peanut butter from Ohio State. Went online.